Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. I'm a little bit discombobulated today. It is, in my reality, February, and I'm cooking a whole bunch of stuff over the next couple of weeks. I'm going nonstop on cooking all kinds of recipes. Today, I'm doing a bunch of cookie recipes. So I've got cookies in the oven. They are a chocolate with cinnamon and chipotle crinkle cookie. But I knew that doing that recipe, a lot of people would say, oh, I don't like the spice. So I thought I'd do a regular crinkle cookie. Anyway, it's February. This video probably won't come out until April, May or June, maybe. The chipotle crinkle cookie recipe there will probably come out a month earlier in your timeline. I'm doing all of this early because I've got a busy summer of flying for the aviation channel. And we're doing a big trip for Hope Air again in August, where we're visiting the East Coast and raising money for the charity. I'm also hoping that by the time you see this, I'm flying and helping people with Hope Air just on a regular basis anyway. So we're going to make a chocolate. Oh, these are ready to come out. One tray comes out. One tray goes in. They smell really good, nice and spicy. Anyway, so by the time you see this, I will be out busy flying with the other channel. I've got a lot of really great stories coming up that I'm going to be telling on the aviation channel, places that we're visiting. I've got a whole pile of stuff set up. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Plus the charity work with Hope Air. There is a link down below in the description box if you are interested in checking out more of what Hope Air does, and a donation page for that as well. Last year, you, my viewers, donated $40,000 to help this charity, and that money seriously changes lives. I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video again, but if you know, you know, and I thank you so much for your support over the years. So, in this mixing bowl, I've got cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. It is Dutch processed cocoa powder. There is also brown sugar and white sugar, and we've mixed that all together, and now we're going to cream in some butter. Get that going. Over here we've got the dry ingredients, so flour, to that salt, baking powder, okay, I took the paddle off and I switched to the wire whisk. It's doing a much better job in this initial stage of bringing it together. It's one of the things when you're working with cocoa powder. It can be very difficult to get it to mix with anything. And so often you mix it together with sugar and then a little bit of water first to make a paste, or an oil to make a paste, and then you mix in the other ingredients. So I thought this time I'd throw it in with the sugar and the butter and see what happened. And actually, so with this, not very successful, but with the wire whisk, very successful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably crack in the first couple of eggs with the wire whisk and then go back to the paddle. So, eggs, one at a time. Okay, I've got 2 eggs in there now, and I'm going to switch back to the paddle. So, I'll scrape that off in a moment. I just want to keep things moving along here. So, back to the paddle. A little bit of vanilla. And we'll keep putting the eggs in one at a time. Okay, last egg goes in. One at a time with the eggs. Now that's something that is sort of counterintuitive. You sort of think that if you put them all in, they'll mix faster, but they don't. They don't emulsify quite as well if you put them all in at once. You put them in at one at a time, mix it in completely, you get a much better emulsification of the batter. So that comes together really quickly then. So I've got the flour, and we just spoon that flour in a little bit at a time until it is incorporated. Okay, it's all mixed together pretty nicely. I'm just going to stick this in the fridge for 10-15 minutes just to stiffen up the batter a little bit. Because it is more of a batter than a dough at this point. So a little bit of time in the fridge just makes it easier to shape into balls. Cookies in the oven are ready to come out. Anyway, so it's easier once it stiffens up a little bit to shape it into balls and roll it in the sugar. I got a lot to do. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, on a day like this, where I'm going to do probably 5 cookie recipes today, I will reuse the parchment paper over and over and over again. Just shake it over the garbage to clean it off. But certainly when I'm doing, cookies like this where I'm going to do multiple chocolate type cookies in a row, reusing it is fine. So the dough has stiffened up quite a bit, but not fantastic amounts. So you have to be kind of careful with this. You can roll it in your hands, but your hands will warm it up, making the dough even softer. Or you could just plop it into the sugar right at the very beginning and do your rolls in the sugar and coat them. Makes it a little less sticky. And there we go. There's the first one. And onto the baking tray. And it's just repeat that over and over and over until you fill a couple of trays with cookies. Julie will probably take these cookies to work to get rid of them because we will not need 5 different recipes of cookies hanging around our house over the next few days. Last one on the tray and into the oven. And we're looking at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes. Hey, Jules.
Hey, Glen. Hey, friends. More cookies.
So we just tasted, and this probably came out 2 months ago. So we're doing like 5 cookie recipes all in a row in one day. This probably came out 2 months ago. This is a deep chocolate and chipotle pepper chocolate crinkle cookie. This is just a straight up
Chocolate crinkle cookie.
Chocolate crinkle cookie.
I like how your voice went up. Chocolate crinkle cookie.
Yeah, that's going to take a special taste. This is, everybody loves
Everyone
chocolate.
loves a chocolate crinkle cookie?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You really dusted it, didn't you?
Right. Great texture, clean, bright chocolate taste that I think most people would enjoy.
Careful.
Careful of don't inhale when
the powdered sugar.
The kind of thing that when you start thinking about your holiday baking, this is on almost everybody's holiday baking cookie tray.
These are the types of cookies you can throw, when you said holiday baking, I'm like, yeah you can throw like ground up candy cane.
Yes.
Stuff like that. They're very versatile. They're a very versatile recipe.
You put like a little bit of mint in it.
Peppermint.
Yeah.
Very versatile.
Straightforward, easy, great cookie for the holidays, even though I don't know when this is coming out.
Whatever holiday you want.
Whatever. Hey, it's the 3rd Thursday in July.
Hurrah!
Let's make chocolate cookies. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.